As we all know, the NFL is one of America's most popular sports. In the NFL, the teams compete to go to the Super Bowl this year. Today we're going to be talking about who we think will be in the 2019-2020 Super Bowl season. Andre, who do you think it will be?
I think personally it's going to be Eagles and Jaguars. It's going to be an intriguing matchup because it's going to be Carson Wentz versus Nick Foles. We can finally see who's truly the better quarterback after many say that the Eagles should have kept Nick Foles. But I feel like the Jaguars are going to be an improved team with Nick Foles instead of Blake Bortles. They have a lot of offensive weapons. Jalen Ramsey is, of course, their best defensive player. And they have a good defensive line. And on the Eagles side, I feel like Carson Wentz is going to be healthy again, 100% healthy this time. And they have so many weapons like Deshaun Jackson, Nelson Aguilar, Alshon Jeffrey. They have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. And they picked up Jordan Howard. They just have so many weapons on the Eagles team. So I feel like they will definitely be making the Super Bowl. And of course, they have a defensive team like no other. They have a top 10 defensive team. So I feel like the Eagles are one of the most complete teams in the NFL, and I feel like the Jaguars are a newly improved team, and I feel like the AFC isn't that good. So I feel like that the Jaguars can possibly make it out of the AFC, and I can see Eagles and Jaguars match up this Super Bowl.
Charlie, what do you think?
And while the AFC is weak, you can just never count out Tom Brady, which is why I think he will win a Super Bowl in a 27-24 battle over the Eagles' division rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. When you look at the Patriots, they have arguably the GOAT in Tom Brady, the best coach of all time in Bill Belichick, and their offensive system just can't be stopped with with their system quarterback, a great system of wide receivers that run the best intermediate and short routes. While they will have to replace Rob Gronkowski, I think Edelman can pick up the load. Their defense always underrated with great playmakers in the secondary like Gilmore, McCourty. Their special teams game has always been great. And the Cowboys, I think they have a very underrated defense with a linebackers core consisting of Leighton Vander Esch, Jaylen Brown, a secondary with Byron Jones, and a defensive line with Terrence Crawford. Dak Prescott, I feel, can have a breakout year this year, along with Ezekiel Elliott, who's one of the top MVP candidates for a non-quarterback. So watch out for these Cowboys to make a pretty deep run in what feels like a wide-open NFC. There's always a different team representing the NFC in the Super Bowl every single year. But watch out for the Colts as well, who remind me a lot of the Cowboys, and they could definitely push the Patriots and make their first Super Bowl since losing to the Saints.
You just went with a rival of the Eagles. I'm going with a rival of the Patriots. I'm rolling with the Steelers versus the Saints. I feel like the Steelers' drama is all out of the locker room, and they're just now focused on football here and to win games. I feel like they connected a lot this offseason, and they have unbelievable talent. Big Ben, first ballot Hall of Famer. He's been there before, so I think he'll be the leader of this group. And they just traded up to get Devin Bush, which will be a playmaker replacing Ryan Shazier. Obviously, you all know of Cameron Hayward, T.J. Watt, Juju Smith-Schuster. Just so many playmakers on the Steelers team. Just got to get their minds right, and then they'll be competing for a Lombardi Trophy. And then I went with the Saints because they were literally like one bad call away from the Super Bowl. I feel like Drew Brees still has a couple prime years, and they lost Mark Ingram in free agency, but I feel like they have a better, improved running back in Alvin Kamara. And another player I'm looking forward to on the Saints is defensive end Marcus Davenport. I feel like he was very raw coming out of college, and I feel like that year in the NFL really helped him develop. So I feel like he'll be a deadly pass rusher with him and Cameron Jordan, and I feel like Marcus Lattimore will be a leader there in the secondary. But I have the Steelers winning this game 31-28 on a last-second Chris Boswell field goal.
One more thing to add, I forgot to get my score predictions, but I feel like it's going to be Eagles over Jaguars, 24-27.
And that will conclude our sports NFL show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.